All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody is having a swell day. My voice is starting to come back, so I'm doing a little bit better. Anyway, it is December 28th, 2022. We only have a couple more days left, ladies and gentlemen, and then 2022 will be a thing of the past. But there's some data out now, and surprise, surprise, GPU sales are down. But I was actually surprised how far down they are. And they just hit a record low for the least amount of GPUs sold in 20 years. The 20 years is a long time in GPU terms, also, because, yeah, we'll take a look at some GPUs from like 20 years ago, and just to think, like, there were that many more GPUs being sold back then than there are right now. Um, Regardless, let's take a look at the article and then we'll get into it. So over on Tom's Hardware, desktop GPU sales hit a 20-year low. The industry shipped 42% fewer discrete GPUs than the year prior. Demand for graphics cards significantly increased during the pandemic as some people spent more time at home playing games, whereas others tried to mine Ethereum and get some cash. I'm going to be honest, I think about 90% of it was people mining Ethereum, if not 99% of it. I don't think that many more people started playing games. I mean, maybe. No, definitely not. But it looks like now that the world has reopened and Ethereum mining on GPUs is dead, demand for desktop discrete GPUs has dropped dramatically. In fact, shipments of discrete graphics cards hit a 20-year low in Q3 of 2022, according from data from John Petty Research. The industry shipped around 6.9 million standalone graphics boards for desktop PCs, including the best graphics cards for gaming, and similar number of discrete GPUs for notebooks in the third quarter. In total, AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA shipped around 14 million standalone graphics processors for desktops and laptops, down 42% over year based on data from JPR. Meanwhile, shipments of integrated GPUs totaled around 61.5 million units in Q3 2022. And if we look at this data right here, this goes all the way back to 2005. Back then, they were selling 22 million, 19 million, 21 million. It looks like sometime around 2007, they sold there were 28 million shipped discrete graphics cards or GPUs, and then 6.8 or 6.6. I can't read it now, but yeah, 6.8 million. So we got close to that in Q1 2019. Or no, Q2 2019, 7.4. But yeah, so I think there's a lot of things at play here. Obviously, the fact that there's tons of used mining cards hitting the secondhand market, so people don't need to buy new stuff. The new stuff that is released, the 40 series, is super expensive. It's not like the barrier of entry is really high. And most people already have graphics cards. So if you have a 30 series card, there's not a lot of reasons to upgrade to a 40 series because there's just the gains are there, like your performance wise, but it's almost like we don't need the performance, you know. Oh, you got 1,000 horsepower car, but don't you want the 1,200 horsepower car? And it's like, yeah, I want that. But maybe I'll settle with 1,000 a little bit longer until I get my funds up. You know what I mean? It's like we just blew the bag on daggone 30 series cards, and now 40 series is like, hey, what you at? Where you at? So, yeah. Going down further, they actually show the breakdown between NVIDIA and AMD. I didn't realize, I mean, I knew AMD obviously sells significantly less, but yeah, the market share from NVIDIA actually has skyrocketed in Q3 of 2022. Intel has 4% of the market right now, and NVIDIA has 86%. AMD was 20% in Q2, but they've kind of fallen to a new low, whereas NVIDIA is at a new high, and Intel technically is at a new high also. So interesting data. Definitely interesting data. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you need to go buy a new graphics card? Absolutely not. But it's peculiar. It is peculiar. But regardless, it is what it is. Let's go look at like a GPU from, let's say 20 years ago is like 2002. So we'll go from 2005. GPUs from 2005. Oh, it's straight up. This article has no pictures. For those looking for a decent high-end card, your best option is still going to be an X800 XL. Let's see what that is. Ah. This is still $69. Is it 69 cents? Oh, might have been a buy if it was 69.69. Okay, so this is the ATI card, Radeon X800 XL. So in 2005, apparently there was like 20 million of these. Well, not these specific cards, but like cards that this was the top of the line card back then, or was a good high end card apparently, according to that review. So there's 20 million cards like this or lesser sold in that time frame. Well, it makes sense. Look, it looks way cheaper to buy and sell. What was the MSRP on this thing? MSRP. Originally priced at $349. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, if that was a high end card, $349 back in 2005 though, that was a little bit of money. 2005 money today. $1 in 2005 is equivalent to $1.50 today. So okay, so even $300 would be times 1.5. 300 times 1.5, 450. Yeah, 450. So a high end card is not $450 anymore. Unfortunately, that gets you like entry level nowadays, or maybe just slightly above entry level. It's just hard to believe that they were selling that many million. Like, where were all the graphics cards going? You know what I mean? 20 million graphics cards back then. I remember on like some of my computers back then, like in 05, I was in middle school. Man, most of my computers didn't even have a graphics card, or if they did, it was just like a display. Like it wasn't no gaming card. It was just the display stuff. It was horrible. But before we get off here, let's go check out CoinMarketCap. We got a little bit of red on the board today. Bitcoin's at 16,545. Ethereum's at 1,191. XRP 34 cents. Doge 7 cents. Litecoin $66.30. Monero $146.52. Ethereum Classic $15.10. And then we'll round it out and we'll finish today by looking at Kaspa. There we go. Oh, Kaspa. It's actually up, and it's almost at half a penny. It's 0.0047 at the moment of the doll hairs. So, Kaspa's up, but that's because it was down. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up? No, it doesn't. Doesn't work like that. Anyway, regardless, I hope everybody's having a great evening. I'm going to go give my voice a little bit of a break because it is feeling quite stressed. So I hope you all have a wonderful one. Getting ready for the new year. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I do have some updates coming up on the house build, so I need to get to editing those. And yeah, maybe here soon I'll actually get to move into it. That would be nice. One of these days. So, all right. Oh, y'all have a good one.